Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Stitcher and Spotify for Chromebooks. How to play podcasts. I'm Huey Poplock. We're going to start out with the demo and then come back to some notes. Let's take a look at my Chromebook. We'll first go to the page where I have my podcast programs. I'm going to demonstrate two of them for you, Stitcher and Spotify. And then I'm going to show them to you on my phone, which is an Android phone. First, let's look at Stitcher. Here is Stitcher on my Chromebook. It opens up because I've been on here before. It knows me. I'm signed in. And it already has podcasts that I normally listen to, or at least have subscribed to. You'll notice at the bottom it says My Podcasts, Discover, and Premium. I don't have the premium version. This is the free version. My Podcast is the page I'm on. Discover is if I want to go looking for a new podcast. Up here we show the latest, and that's what you're seeing here. What you're seeing across the top is some of the podcasts that I have listened to or I would like to listen to. And then there is a list here of new episodes. If I listen to one of these, it will no longer appear on this list. So this way I know what the latest ones are. What you'll also notice is the date in which it was recorded and then how long it is. This particular one is 36 minutes, one 20 minutes, another one 8 minutes, another 3 minutes, another 3 minutes. As we move down, we have another one for 149 minutes. So they can be any length. Another one 79 minutes, 9 minutes, 61 minutes. So you'll see that the length of a podcast could be very short and it can be very long. Those are the latest. Now let's go to the shows which I subscribe to, and they're all listed here. You'll notice the top left one is the one I added most recently because it is the most recent one that I've been following, and that's Tech for Senior Live, and that's ours. So I could click on it here if it didn't show up in the latest. So let's look at latest and see if it's even there. And I already know it's here on January 20th. So I could play it here by clicking this little arrow, or I could click the other. So let's click this little arrow. You'll see that it starts to play. So it started at 32 seconds because I had already played it. You hear Ron in the background. So it shows me the timeline here. It started about 30 seconds into the broadcast or podcast, and it runs 1 hour and 1 minute long. And so I could listen to it. I can move this to any place on it. So you can use the various play modes. You can go back 15 seconds, go ahead 30 seconds. You can go all the way to the end, or you can use the slide bar to move to any place in the podcast that you would like. Or you can start from the beginning. Again, from the shows, you can see some of the ones. Here's a local newspaper. Here's the TED Shorts. And then there are some other Smart Tech Today, the Chromecast. These are different ones that I subscribe to that I like to listen to. So it's very easy to use. You just find a particular one. So let's figure out how to do that. Let's discover. And let's say I want to, it takes a second to load up, and I want to find something that gives me some suggestions, build new habits. And I think you saw this in some of the Google podcasts that Ron showed on Monday. You'll see that this is very similar to that. So you can find one, let's say this is one here. I don't even know who these people are, so better be careful. And I'm not going to play it anyway, but rabbits, I don't know what that is. So let's say I want to look at it. It will tell me what it is. It shows all of the episodes. I could then click to follow it, or I could click to share it somewhere if I wanted to then add it to my list. So that's Stitcher. Now let's take a look at Spotify. And there's Spotify. Now I'm going to talk about the difference between the free version and the premium version of both of these programs after I demonstrate the two of them. So again, this opens up very similar to the other. It shows me various podcasts. These are your shows, the ones I subscribe to. I don't subscribe to a lot of things on Spotify yet, but I can search, click on search, and you can do a search by topic. I can look at my library, and it'll show all of the items in my library. But what you'll see besides podcasts in Spotify is you'll see music. There's the Doobie Brothers, the Allman Brothers, the Eagles, who I have marked as favorites, and they are there. I can click them, but if there's any music that's going to be played, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to get dinged by Google for copyright issues, but I could play any of these songs. Actually, I can play any song, but if I wanted to listen to a playlist, Spotify is going to choose my playlist. It's going to include Allman Brothers Band and then groups like them. You're only allowed so many skips. In other words, I don't like that song, so I'm going to skip to the next. Well, I can only do that so many times in the free version. If you have the premium version, the paid version, you can skip to any, you can create your own playlists, you can put them in any order that you want, and so on. So if you go to the premium, I'm going to explain this a little bit later, so I could sign up for the premium, and then I'd be able to do that from here as well. So you can do music besides podcasts using Spotify. And so Spotify is a little bit more expensive than Stitcher, and I'm going to be talking about that.
This is my Galaxy S8 Plus, and we're going to look at Stitcher, and we're going to look at Spotify. Let's look at Stitcher first. We open up Stitcher. Now, I am using the free version, so I'm limited to what I can do, but not to an extent that I need to have the paid version, which is the premium version. You'll see that I can have the latest, look at several programs. These are strictly podcasts. I can go to shows. These are the ones I am subscribed to. Not a lot. They're all pretty much technical. I can have likes, but I don't use it. And these are the downloads, ones that have been actually downloaded to my phone. But let's go back to the latest. I can look at the latest episodes. Now, today is the 21st, and these were ones from today, and it tells you the first one is the Chromecast, and it's 59 minutes. The next one is Clark, which is Clark Howard, answers his critics on Clark Stinks. Tech Meme Ride Home, I listen to every day. The most important one would be down here, would be Tech for Senior, and that was from January 20th. It's 62 minutes long, and that's the write-up on it. I can like the episode. I can download it. I can play it. I can play the next one, and I can mark it played. And you'll see that it's here. You can see it's right here. If I click here, it also will start playing it. Now, what I like to do at night is I'll start at the top. I'll click this one, and it will play each one in the order. I have not figured out a way in which I can change the order of them. It's only in the order they've been posted. Now, there were some in between that I've listened to, and it only shows the ones that I have not listened to. So there are several that aren't there. If I want to go back and look at any of those, I would go to shows, and then I could choose whichever one I want. If I wanted to look at This Week in Google, you can see which ones I've listened to with the check mark and which ones I have not listened to with the little arrow next to it. And if I clicked on one of those, it would start playing the Tech for Senior. So if I click on that, I could start playing from here. If I go back, I could also start playing from the little arrow to the right. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to hear it or not. Probably not, which is probably okay. If you were listening on your phone, you would hear it. Stitcher is for podcasts and podcasts only. You can add new shows. You can do searches. You can search for a podcast, and you can follow it. Then you can like it, and then add it to your list. And that's how I added all of these that you see here. I will explain after the demo the difference between the free version and the premium version. The next app that I want to show you that I use to listen to podcasts is Spotify. Now, Spotify has a lot more than just listening to podcasts. Let's take a look at Spotify. Again, I'm using the free version. I'm not using the paid version. And I could get a month free to test it. Right now, I'm going to say no thanks. And you'll see that it has a lot of things on here. You got your shows, you've got music, you've got all sorts of things that you can watch. You can watch videos, you can listen to music, there's podcasts. Again, I can't play these because of copyright reasons, but let's first look at podcasts. You'll see down at the bottom, you've got a home, you've got a search. And so you can search for whatever you want, artists, songs, or podcasts. You can look in your library and you can see some of the same items that are in Stitcher. I also have set up in Spotify, but you'll also see some music. You'll see the Allman Brothers and Eagles, and then you've got some of the podcasts that I watch are available on here as well. You'll notice when I chose the Doobie Brothers radio listing, it not only chose Doobie Brothers music, but also several other groups. So it chose music similar to what I wanted. If you had the paid version, you could choose just the Doobie Brothers and play either some or all of the songs from their albums. Having the paid version, if you're into music, would be a good choice. Now, right now, the paid version is $99 a year. So if you are happy with that, you listen to a lot of music, it's definitely worth it because all those tunes are available. There's a lot of tunes available on Spotify. That's our demo. Both the Android and the Chromebook versions are the same, except they look a little bit different. I try to cover a little bit different material going between them. Let's look at some differences between the two apps. Let's look at Stitcher first. Stitcher makes things much easier for you to search, manage, and download the podcasts you love and the shows you follow. Stitcher is not exclusive to a particular operating system. You can enjoy Stitcher whether you're on Android, iOS, or if you're streaming via a web browser, or if you're on a Chromebook. You can listen to saved podcasts even when you're offline. You just have to download them beforehand while connected to the internet. Here are the differences between Stitcher Free and the Stitcher Premium. The free, of course, doesn't cost you anything. The premium is $4.99 a month, or if you pay by the year, it's $35, $34.99 to be exact. Now, here's the differences. If you have the free version, you can stream and download your favorite podcasts. If you have the paid version, you can access to up to 60,000 plus hours of premium podcasts, up and above what you would have available in the free version. There's early access to some podcasts. There's ad-free listening. There's access to 350 plus comedy albums. The monthly swag giveaways are available. There's free shipping on podswag.com, and you can have access to exclusive ticket giveaways. On Spotify is a digital music, podcast, and video service that gives you access to millions of songs and other content from creators all over the world. Basic functions such as playing music are totally free, but you can also choose to upgrade to Spotify Premium. Spotify is available across a range of devices, including computers, phones, tablets, speakers, TVs, and cars, and you can easily transition from one to another with Spotify Connect. Now, here are some differences. The free, of course, is free. The premium is $9.99 a month, or it's $99 a year, so you get 2 months free. The library is the same. The availability is on the same devices, but under special features, you got mobile streaming in the Spotify free, but you got ad-free listening, offline listening, unlimited skips, and mobile streaming in the premium version.
And here's it set up. You got a music library in the premium version. You got ads removed, playback controls. Both of them have supported devices, the same supported devices, social features, and curated content. But the Spotify Premium also has a better sound quality and has offline listening. And don't forget, whichever you choose, whether it be Stitcher or Spotify or any of the other podcast apps, make sure you subscribe to Tech for Senior Live. Thank you for joining. I'm Huey Poplock, and this has been Stitcher and Spotify for Chromebooks, how to play podcasts.